Hey everybody, thanks for coming. Chris Corral here at the Harrah Cherokee Center in Asheville. If you want to come on up, there are empty seats that are for your butts. Come on up. I just wanted to say thanks for coming today and a quick introduction of our other guests here. But today's a pretty exciting day for Asheville and for the Harrah Cherokee Center. All of our partners that are involved with this announcement today have been with us for going on 15 years and have really helped shape what the venue has become over time and our ability to bring regional, national, and international programming to Asheville that's quality for both our visitors and our residents here in town. So with that, I'd really like to throw a thank you to Harrah Cherokee and the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, who we just recently re-upped our naming agreement with them through the end of 2029. And a lot of that has to do with funding for the building that can do improvements that can help bring events like what we're about to talk about today. So next up, I want to welcome to the stage Michael Cross, the Commissioner of the Southern Conference, to give you today's announcement.
Thank you, Chris, and good afternoon, everyone. Turn that up a little bit. Yeah, thank you. Today's announcement represents one of the most significant and stable college basketball championship partnerships in all of college athletics. That's not hyperbole, that's reality. When you look across the landscape of college sports, when you see the constant churn of conference realignment, venue changes, the uncertainty that seems to define so much of what's happening in our industry, what we have here in Asheville stands in remarkable contrast. Like our SoCon motto says, it's all here. I'm honored to announce that we have signed an extension of the Ingles SoCon Basketball Championship in Asheville, North Carolina for the next decade through 2035. Following the effects of last year's hurricane and the incredible community spirit that we observed, culminating in an exceptional championship, we felt it was important to provide a decade of certainty, commitment, and shared purpose between the Southern Conference, the City of Asheville, Harrah Cherokee Center Asheville, Explore Asheville, and the Asheville Buncombe Regional Sports Commission. Very few basketball tournaments can claim the kind of continuity and deep-rooted connection that we've built with this community over the past quarter century. The Ingles Southern Conference Basketball Championships have called Asheville home for a combined 26 years, from 1984 to 1995, and again from 2012 to today. Generations of student athletes, coaches, and fans have created lifetime memories here in Harrah Cherokee Center, and we are incredibly pleased to know that the photo albums of our minds and our phones will be filled right here in Asheville. When you have partners who understand what is involved in hosting championship caliber events, partners who don't just provide a venue, but who invest their hearts and expertise into making every single year better than the last, you hold on to that, you cherish it, and you build on it. I want to thank Chris Corral and his entire team at Harrah Cherokee Center for building. This building has become synonymous with the Ingles Southern Conference Basketball Championships. The management here is exceptional, and the working relationship we have creates an experience for our student athletes, our fans, and our member institutions that is second to none. There's a reason this arena feels like home to us, and that reason is the professionalism and care that your team brings to every single event. To the entire team at the Explore Asheville and Buncombe County Tourism Development Authority, led by Vic Isley, your partnership roots run deep with the Southern Conference. Your investment in the ExploreAsheville.com arena played a vital role in bringing SoCon back to Asheville in 2012, and your continued support has been instrumental in elevating the championship and retaining it here in Asheville. Thank you for everything you do for this event and this community. To the Asheville Buncombe Regional Sports Commission, the Sports Commission, and Chris Smith, 14 consecutive years of commitment to this tournament made an extension possible. Coming off what many are calling the most successful tournament in SoCon history, you continue to invest in our event through relationships, hustle, and unwavering willingness to view the event the way we do, as the crown jewel of our SoCon championships. Your team's willingness to collaborate, get to yes, and make sure this is a pinnacle event for the community is the reason we know this tournament can achieve even greater heights. Thank you for putting the SoCon first. To the City of Asheville and Representative Ullman, thank you for opening the gates of the city year after year to welcome our schools. The student athletes, coaches, and fans benefit from the city's commitment not only to the championship, but events like Downtown Dribble, none of which would be possible without Public Works, police, and other services to make sure it all runs very smoothly. And I would be remiss to not acknowledge our longstanding basketball championship title sponsor, Ingalls and Melissa Level. Ingalls is a community leader throughout the SoCon footprint, based in nearby Black Mountain, and does so much not only for this championship and community, but in all the cities and towns in which they have a presence. We appreciate and thank Ingalls for their steadfast support. Finally, I want to acknowledge the work of Jeff Cabe and Jordan Trollinger from the SoCon, who have worked tirelessly to get this extension over the finish line, and the rest of the SoCon team who make downtown Asheville their home for multiple weeks throughout the year as they run our championships. None of this would be possible without all of your dedication. What made this extension possible is that all of us understand that we're not just hosting a basketball championship. We're creating experiences and building traditions at a time when so many people are seeking community. We're providing a stage for student athletes who have worked their entire lives for the opportunity to compete for a trip to the NCAA tournament. When they step into the Explore Asheville Arena at the Harrah's Cherokee Center, they feel the weight of that moment and they feel the support of an entire city and region. With basketball, volleyball, and wrestling all calling Asheville home, the Southern Conference could not be more proud or excited about our future here as we set the stage for the next decade of championship moments. Indeed, it's all here with this SoCon and Asheville partnership for the next decade. Thank you. I'd now like to introduce Councilmember Maggie Ullman to speak on behalf of the city.
Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? Feels like spring out here, not kicking towards winter, but I'll take it. Thanks everybody, I appreciate you all coming, and I just wanted to share a couple words about what I think this means to our community, as well as the folks that visit us to participate in these tournaments. Before I do that, I also want to just call out a real visionary who came before me on our city council, Jan Davis. I think his vision with several key leaders in this community really said, we saw what this tournament meant to our community in the 80s and really worked hard to bring it back, and that has now laid a foundation for another 15 years of relationship, and today for yet another 10. I think one of the things that this partnership really represents to me is government looking to partners to dream bigger than our own shoes, and really the potential of what public-private partnerships can do for a community. When we come together and say, here's the community good that we want to produce, and we have partners that want to do that with us, it really extends what we can serve and do for our community. Through the last 10, 15 years, we've contributed $22 million to this facility to make it better and better, and to make sure that this public asset that we steward is up to snuff, that we keep investing in these buildings that the public owns. I think the other thing that really I think about when I think of SoCon is my family. I have an 11-year-old daughter. Every year we look forward to going to this. We bring my 84-year-old mother-in-law, and it's a family affair. And when I look towards what this next 10 years means, it means, of course, continued investment in this facility. It means continued economic development, which I know Vic will speak to. But for me, selfishly, what it means is that my 11-year-old is going to go, in middle school, do I want to play basketball or volleyball, or do I want to be on the cheer team or on the dance team? And then as she gets older and we keep going to this, she's going to start saying, when I go to college, do I want to go to Woodford? Do I want to go to UNCA? She's seeing a world beyond our community that comes to us every time one of these tournaments comes. And that's very special to me. And I know that my story is very similar, because every time I come to a game here, it's packed with other families that look like me, and it's affordable. That every Ashevillean can come and hang out and have this type of space in a really accessible way is very important, and why the public part of this partnership is so special to me. So thank you all for coming here. I'm so grateful that you all see this long-term relationship as so beneficial because it means so much to us. Today marks us continuing to go forward to do big things together, and I thank everybody for coming out. Next, I'd like to introduce a phenomenal partner that the city works hand in hand with, Vic Isley from Explore Asheville.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, that's pretty decent. Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great and beautiful day here in Asheville, Buncombe County, in western North Carolina with our friends at the Southern Conference. As you've heard, the Asheville area has a long history with the Southern Conference, and Explore Asheville and the Buncombe County Tourism Development Authority are proud that our partnership roots run deep. Our capital investment in ExploreAsheville.com arena did play a vital role in bringing the SoCon basketball championship back to our community in 2012, as Commissioner said, and we are absolutely delighted to be a part of the team to secure their home in Asheville for the next decade. It shows what's possible in partnership. This year, additional community events surrounding the games are planned to attract even more participants and to have more fun, thanks to an expanded partnership between Explore Asheville and SoCon. For the first time, the SoCon Hall of Fame induction ceremony at the SoCon Soiree, presented by Explore Asheville, will take place Thursday, March 5th. Then on Friday, March 6th, the 2026 SoCon Business Leader Forum, presented by Explore Asheville, will feature a fireside chat with Western North Carolina native and Naismith Hall of Famer Roy Williams, who was just awarded the Governor's North Carolina Award for Public Service here in Asheville last week. We also are proud to be the title sponsor of the 2026 Explore Asheville Southern Conference Wrestling Championships, taking place at UNC Asheville the same week, as well as a supporting sponsor of the Ingalls Southern Conference Volleyball Championships, taking place here at the ExploreAsheville.com arena this weekend. The spirit of sport, competition, collaboration, resilience, and pride will be on full display for our destination and community, SoCon teams, their families, and fans, and will continue to inspire community engagement and economic vitality for our community and for the guests and fans who come. So it's my pleasure at this time to introduce our partner at the Asheville Buncombe Regional Sports Commission, Chris Smith.
As exciting as this news is, I would be remiss if I also didn't mention the Ingalls Southern Conference Volleyball Tournament starting tomorrow right here. You can walk right across the Sam Powers foyer and see the arena. It's set up, and we're excited to have that here. It was supposed to be here last year, but unfortunately Helene had different ideas. But these are exciting times for us. I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention tickets are now on sale for the 2026 Ingalls Southern Conference Basketball Tournament. So I expect to see a long line at the box office right after we're all done here. And Mr. Coral can share more on that a little bit. But this really is such an exciting day for us. It means so much to the Asheville Buncombe Regional Sports Commission. We take immense pride in this tournament, and I speak for our volunteers, I speak for our board, everyone involved. This has been quite a journey for us. The Sports Commission, for those of you that don't know, was essentially established to help bring this event back during that hiatus when the tournament had been here for a 12-year run, and then it went away for 12 years, and then the Sports Commission and other partners got together and said, let's get this thing back. And for the last 14 years, we've been the tournament host. So it is something we take great pride in and are glad that that's going to continue. We weren't going to let it leave on our watch. This is the ideal place for the tournament. I think the commissioner and the Southern Conference realizes that too. If you took a dartboard and you put up the SoCon map and you threw a dart and it landed on bullseye, it's Asheville. We are the geographic center of this conference, and we're very, very excited to continue this relationship. This tournament does mean so much to so many here, so many locals. Commissioner Ullman, my 10-year-old walked in with your 11-year-old last year to a game, and they were excited. You could see the buzz that they had to be coming to a game. Personal story that I'm going to tell one more time. Some of you have heard it, and then I'll never tell it again. 1984, I was sitting in class at Hendersonville High School. I was a freshman. Justin, you were a sophomore, I think. My name came over the intercom to go down to the office, which, you know, you probably expected at some point, but to come down to the office. I go down to see what I had done, and lo and behold, it's my grandparents. My grandparents lived in Fairview their entire lives and worked at the federal building for the government for 30 and 35 years. They were there to meet me, and I didn't ask questions. I just went to see what I had done. And we get to the car, and they say, we're going to go to a basketball tournament. It was the first year of SoCon, and I came. They had they had a book for the entire tournament, and I sat there game one. It was the first time I'd ever really seen college basketball in person and experienced the tournament. I was mesmerized. I mean, you had me bought in on day one, SoCon, and we stayed for the entire tournament, and that was in section 205, I think. And then for the championship game, I got to sit with a good friend of theirs by the name of Charlie Choo-Choo Justice, who we all know and respect in this community. And I picked his brain about everything, you know, from playing at Carolina, from playing at Asheville High, from being a two-time Heisman runner-up to having a statue in Chapel, you name it, because he was someone that I'd heard about my whole life, and we watched some incredible basketball in a triple overtime championship game. So there was that to boot. But so that always stuck with me. And then a few years later, I was at UNC Asheville, and I worked in this building part-time. I got to sell programs for the Southern Conference tournament right out there in the Sam Powers foyer. I would sell programs. And then come game time, I would walk the stands and vend hot dogs. I think they were $1 back then. I don't think they're $1 anymore. But so I kind of feel like I've dabbled in a little bit of everything in this building over the years. And I'm glad I'm not selling hot dogs anymore, Mr. Coral. But I'm there if you need me. So that's just how it hits close to home. And it does with so many people. There are so many stories like that. During last year's championship, we were able to do some great things with the Hometown Heroes thing, with Hedrick Industries sponsoring that. And we were able to honor 16 different charities that had done some great work getting us back on our feet during Helene. And the night of the last presentation, I walked off the court, and this woman stopped me, and this will always resonate with me. She said, you don't know me. I'm from across the mountain. I work with the Tennessee Valley Authority, and I want you to know how touched I am by what you guys, what SoCon, what all the partners just did with the Hometown Heroes and honoring those people. He says, those people don't get that. That's a story that needs to be told. And she was crying. And it's things like that. It's people, that we see at the Champion Credit Union Downtown Dribble downtown, an event that we run where 1,000 kids get to come out on the Saturday of the championship and get basketballs and T-shirts and get to interact with the pep band and the cheerleaders, and then dribble those basketballs, which can sometimes be a little crazy, to the arena to come to a game. It's those stories. It's seeing the faces light up. It's the interaction. It's the taking pride when the street pole banners go up on the streets and the community buzz that it generates. And people know SoCon's back and spring's back maybe. and I think SoCon springs eternal sometimes for us. We couldn't do it without our volunteers, our board, our sponsors. So many of them are here today. Some aren't here. We sit here in the Jan Davis lobby. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention him also. Commissioner Ullman. Jan, a vital part of getting and keeping this tournament here. If you want to see Jan right now, he's sorry he can't be here. He's behind the counter at Jan Davis Tire right now selling tires. So he really is a man that has done so much in this community. But to our board members that are here, our volunteers that are here, our sponsors are here, thank you. We could not do this without you. Pound for pound, this is the best college basketball tournament in America. I've been to others. There are others that are bigger. There are others that will draw more people simply because they come from bigger conferences or bigger cities. Pound for pound, by far the best college basketball experience in the country, and a model that the other mid-majors are studying. They're picking SoCon's brain. How do you do it? It's this community buying in It's what it means. It's the impact here. It's the buzz that's generated. It's the fan bases coming to Asheville. Who doesn't want to come to Asheville, Vic? I mean, really. It's all of that and then some. So to everybody in here, you all play a role in that. We thank you so much. We can make things better. Things will be better. New programs we'll expand on. We're going to blow the roof off this place, much like the championship game last year with Wofford and Furman. Let's get another one of those. How about it? Thank you, guys. And now to guarantee another championship game like that, I'm going to throw it back to Commissioner Cross. He has that pool.
Thank you, Chris, Vic, and Maggie, and Chris as well. So I want to, Vic and Chris did a really effective job of hitting some of the things I was going to talk about. I want to talk about them and put a little more context around them. So Vic mentioned the SoCon Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So the SoCon soiree, which we had a lot of conversations about what should the title of this event be. We really view this as the kickoff to the Southern Conference Championship Week. And the key piece around that is going to be our Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We have not done this publicly that I'm aware of previously. And for those who are not aware, our 2026 class is very exceptional. We're going to induct Georgia Southern football coach and Newland, North Carolina native Paul Johnson, the Citadel football standout Paul McGuire, Davidson men's basketball coach Bob McKillop, Furman women's basketball student athlete and coach Jackie Smith Carson, and App State men's soccer legend and all-time NCAA goal scorer Thompson Usain. In addition, for the first time in our history as a Hall of Fame, we made teams eligible for induction, and the iconic 2007 Appalachian State football team will join the individual honorees for induction. So if you're a fan of Southern Conference history, you're going to want to make sure you're at that event on Thursday of Championship Week. The next day on Friday, as Vic mentioned, also at Battery Park Hall, we have the SoCon Business Leaders Forum with Western Carolina native and Naismith Hall of Famer Roy Williams. That event will be moderated, and the conversation will be moderated by broadcasting legend Mick Mixon. And tickets for that event are actually available now, and all proceeds from that event will support the Always Asheville Fund. So we're excited about that opportunity. We did this for the first time last year and thought it was very successful, and we're looking forward to building on that with somebody who is truly one of the great leaders in college athletics history. Chris mentioned the dribble, and we're very excited about that event with Champions Credit Union sponsoring that event. Obviously, that is a really special occasion where students and children can come together with their families. We had an amazing day last year with a huge turnout, and we're looking forward to building on that again. And then tickets for the event, basketball, the Ingles Southern Conference Basketball Championships, are actually on sale now. And you can get your VIP reserved seating, courtside hospitality packages, etc., at socontickets.com. So track that information down. If you're looking to share that with people who are following you on social and in the press, please share that with them as well. And as Chris mentioned, the championship begins here tomorrow with the start of the Ingles SoCon Volleyball Championships. We're very excited about this. It's the first time we've held this as a neutral site event. And VIP tickets and courtside and general admission tickets are available at socontickets.com as well. So we hope you'll come out and support our student athletes on their journey to the NCAA championships as well. Finally, I want to thank everybody for being here today. We look forward to seeing everybody at the championship starting tomorrow, and thank you for attending. I believe Chris, I'm going to bring Chris back up here for some last brief comments, and then we'll go from there. So thank you, everyone.
I'll be quick to close this out, mostly for members of the press. If you're interested in having a one-on-one interview with anybody, just come up to the front after this, and we can get that coordinated. Thanks again for coming out. Volleyball this weekend, basketball tickets on sale now. Thank you.